This is the men's room.
Forget it, man, and get with the countdown. Shake this square world and blast off for Kicksville. The trippers, the grasshoppers, the hip ones, all gathered in secrecy and flying high as a kite.
You're listening to the men's room with Miles and Thrill.
Tell our friends that jumping on now at WAAF, Boston's legendary rock station. Also 97.9 CPR rocks in Biloxi, Mississippi, and our friends at Rock 105, Chattanooga's rock station in Tennessee. Big show for you. Drunken Charge coming up to sit and spin. Ryan Castle will be in with rock's most repetitive songs of all time. Ask the men's room's coming up, and we'll drink and toast with the shot of the day. Our question today: what was your concern about what was going on downstairs? 844-999-OLA.
And for those of you just joining the show, just be warned. People are already unhappy with us. We asked the question. There's been a lot of penis injury stories. The stories, I don't know, you get, what do they call it? The sympathy pains,
yeah.
Right? And they tell these stories, and it's just been awful stuff. Awful stuff.
Dude, I got one. Now, it didn't involve me.
Good.
It's my buddy. So, let's just say we have another friend who is scary. Like, fights all the time.
Okay.
He's going to play Division I. He's a monster of a man.
Okay.
He has a very attractive sister, too. So, my buddy and the sister had always kind of had a thing.
Sure.
House party. The scary guy leaves. She decides, like, I want to have sex and lose my virginity.
Oh, wow.
It kind of just jumps on my buddy, but neither of them have had sex before. So you can imagine there's some blood. Well, now they're freaking out, and they don't know what to do. So she gets in the shower, which makes anything bleeding look much, much worse.
Oh, yes,
Sure.
it does.
So it gets to the point where he ends up like, he thought he had like broke her. And he calls his like older sister and is like, can you come over and help her? Like, we're afraid she's going to die.
Oh, God.
So I'm pretty sure that's just kind of run of the mill, but
What happened when you lost your virginity?
Die!
yeah.
Oh, man. No one wanted that. That would be a really, really interesting
And his
read.
older sister is like 15 years older.
Oh.
She's an adult. She comes over, there's a bunch of teenagers drunk around a keg, and they're like, we think she's got to bleed to death.
Jesus. Yeah, because that's not, well, I mean, maybe an essay book of like 1,000 people say how they lost their virginity. I mean,
Right.
none of them are going to, no two ways are going to be the same, right? I
No,
guess.
and then we spent a whole summer like just never mention the story because the brother was that scary.
Yeah, when were you going to bring it up? Hey, did you hear about the bleeding sister? She was going to die.
He's going to kill us.
It was just one of those things you couldn't even like hint at it. Like, yeah, remember
Don't
that
even
time
joke.
Miles hooked up with, like, no, because Steve will whoop the ass.
Jesus. What was your concern about what was going on downstairs? 844-999-OLA.
Hello, Brad. Welcome to the men's room.
Hey, fellas, how you doing?
Hola!
Hey, so my story takes a little setup. The moment of concern comes about halfway through, but when I was 18, I was in a car accident. Long story short, of the myriad of injuries, one of them was something called a detached urethra.
I'm going to guess that
doesn't mean that, yeah.
So that happened on the inside.
It didn't actually all the way like separate and break, but it was torn, and so I had to have a catheter for 8 weeks after that. And that sucked, but there was a medical reason behind that, so that wasn't concerning. But to get it removed, they had to go into the doctor's office, and they had to shoot a fluid backwards up my urethra next to the catheter into my bladder and then let it drain out under an x-ray to see if there were any leaks or anything, right?
Oh, that
Sorry.
sounds terrible.
That's what I'm thinking in my head.
Terrible.
Yeah. So the first time they have to do this procedure, sneak preview, the first time it was not ready to come out. But the first time I had a doctor who had a thick accent, and I couldn't quite understand it. He said, all right, I'm putting the needle in. He had to sneak the needle in, between the flesh and the catheter on the, going into the penis. And about an inch up inside, he jabbed me with the needle.
Hey! From the
inside of my
inside.
penis, yeah.
Hey, let me ask you a
yeah.
question. Did the steering wheel do that to you internally? Is that what happened? You got thrown forward and...
No, when and they never told me exactly. My best guess, I got hit at such a speed and angle that the car started spinning, and I was ejected out of the back passenger window, and I was in the driver's seat.
Oh!
I had a seatbelt on, but it threw my seat behind right out of the seatbelt and broke the seat, and that's how I broke both my feet, was catching the lap band on my way out the window.
You're trying to tell me that you're strapped in like you're supposed to be, all right? You get into an accident, the seat gets turned to the point, and your car's so messed up and you're spinning, it throws you out the back window. It ejects you from the... Now, was the window down?
No, I went through the glass.
You go through the back window, all right? And you fly through it. That is amazing that you're even talking to us. No, I mean, that's serious.
I'm a man of faith because I survived that. Truthfully, I am.
You also got into the goddamn accident in the first place.
Right.
You also got into the accident and you had your urethra detached, man.
Was that the worst of the injuries as far as,
I bet you it's the most memorable.
I mean, did you even know it happened?
Of the long-term ones, it was, I mean, I shattered my pelvic bone. I had my spleen lacerated. I had to have a couple fixed surgeries to fix my lip and stuff. It was pretty, I'm all put back together now. Everything works. I've got 2 kids, a very happy fiance.
Okay, did you, and this was, you said your senior year, I guess?
It was right after I graduated from high school. Yeah, like 3 weeks before I moved to college.
Jesus. Okay, that's
what were you?
Yeah. Well, then the concerning part was that after that I was crutching back through the hospital lobby, and I just felt a weight in my pants, like I pooped my diaper or something, and I wasn't wearing a diaper. But I went into the bathroom and pulled my pants down, and the head had swelled up to almost tennis ball size.
So it looked like some weird fish.
30 love. Oh,
yeah,
okay, so
exactly, because he jabbed me and my body responded by swelling up because it was not supposed to be jabbed that way, and it was weird. It went back to itself within the next 24 hours.
Jesus,
it looks like something you put in the sink to plug it.
Okay, did you remember any of this accident, or did you just wake up in the hospital?
No, I remember some pretty weird parts. I remember trying to get up and run away, but because of the accident, every time I tried to stand up, I would fall back down.
You probably did.
Nurse on vacation.
You probably did. There
had
more
to be a
damage.
nurse on vacation who got me stable. Otherwise, I probably would have died.
Golly. Okay. Good
wow.
times.
That is not where I expected that to go.
I've never been through anything remotely or know anybody. Well, that traumatic.
Did you have a friend who got scalped going under a truck or something?
No, underneath a brick. Well, yeah, basically, yeah. He got his head almost completely taken off, but he's fine now. And that was the only.
Yeah, he's fine now.
He's doing great. Yeah, I'm sure he is.
I'm sure he is.
What? I'm sure he doesn't get lost in rooms and drool. What was your concern about what was going on downstairs? 844-999-OLA.
You know what that memeans? That means, Miles, just knowing how you are. He's literally right now. He is lost in a room.
I wonder what happened to Miles Montgomery.
I really miss him.
I'm still trying to think if I know somebody has traumatic junk injury.
I shut mine in a drawer one night.
And I zipped mine up. And
I've gotten a little bit caught in a zipper.
Oh, God. The worst thing about the zipper is just, you realize, when you zip things up, you just do it quick because it's a reflex motion. So by the time you realize that there is meat stuck in the zipper, you're already halfway up the thing, right? And then you immediately stop, and you cannot believe what you see. You cannot believe how bad it feels. Side note, you cannot believe the quality of zippers. I mean, think about it. They can zip right around you and just keep zipping.
Yeah, I think
but then you have to unzip it. And that's
the problem.
That's what takes so long.
I still think for me the worst is when that dude picked me up for like an atomic wedgie, and it cut the satchel.
Oh!
And there was 2 sores.
How old were you?
Oh, man, I was 22.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Ed was strong.
Wow.
The atomic
He was
wedgie.
real strong. he picked me up off the ground, but then my underwear snapped, and it made 2 cuts. So then I couldn't sit for 3 days.
It's amazing that a WWE wrestler hasn't had an atomic wedgie as the final finishing move.
Well, it's not safe.
Well, obviously it's not
You
safe.
can't even really fake that one.
No, you really
cut
can't.
your satchel.
What was your concern about what was going on downstairs? 844-999-OLA.
Hello, Jim. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
So my story begins when I'm about 6 years old. The old sling sets that had the little hook with the chain.
Oh, no.
Well, they didn't have the chain on it, and I was a little climber, so I climbed up on top, and I was trying to shimmy across it, and I lost my balance right above the hook. And it grabbed me by my butt, and it ripped me all the way up.
I grabbed you by the butt.
Oh. Yeah, 248 stitches later.
Jesus, man.
Wow.
You're only a little kid then. You don't even have enough room on your body for that many stitches.
Oh, I know. I still have the big scar.
Where does it go from?
Sexy.
The bad part is that my mom wasn't home, so the babysitter's all freaking out, grabbing towels, just shoving them on me. They're just bloody as,
Yeah, that's a hell of a gig for the babysitter.
So, how did it catch you by the only opening on your butt, or did it just rip through the butt cheek?
It ripped right through my butt cheek.
Wow.
Doctor says 2 inches more, and I've been a girl.
And oh no! So where does the scar begin? On your butt cheek?
Yeah, lower butt cheek, and it goes all the way up to the front of my area.
Oh, so damn! All the way around to the front.
Yeah, it grabbed me and it kind of swung me there for a second, then dropped me on my head.
Oh, you should get a cool tattoo or something.
Something, man. Oh. Damn. So, and the scar, is it very, very visible? Oh,
yeah. It's very visible. And the noose is inside and out.
But let me ask you this, man. When you get older, obviously, you move past 6 years old, you get into the dating world, you're going to have sex. Is it something you tell someone in advance, or you just wait for them to ask?
I let them know. I'm pretty proud of my story.
Yeah, I bet you were. Well, normally
before we have sex, I want to let you know I was caught in the ass by a hook on the swing set and left me this beautiful scar.
Obviously, when you're younger and you get those scars and stuff, they go away over time, most of the time, because your body's younger. You know, I mean, your skin handles things a little bit differently then. That's why, like, you know, when kids, little tiny kids, you can't even sometimes tell they had surgery. But in that case, it's so severe that you can still see that thing for the rest of your life.
If you had every scar
I'm going to mark him down as going to the hospital. Yeah. Yes, he went to the hospital.
If you were to keep every scar from every injury you had from childhood, everyone you know would look like Freddy Krueger. You know what I mean? Like my kid rolled off the bike yesterday. Mm-hmm. Both elbows, his hand, right? A little bit of tears, whatever. But it goes away, man, and it's gone. And if I did
with the peroxide?
Nah, not for that. I'm
they
like,
don't
man.
Have to do that anymore?
Well, it depends. If it's bad, yeah. If you just want to comfort them because they're freaking out about what they see, yeah, this just sucked. It just hurt, but he was fine.
Yep. I feel like my mom, if I even was like, doesn't matter the size of the scratch, peroxide was dumped on it.
That's bubbled up.
Yes. Always.
Oh, man. Oh, yeah. What was your concern about what was going on downstairs? 844-999-OLA. Hold the line. More calls coming up. You are listening to the Men's Room Radio Network.
Hola, bitch, hola. You have entered the men's room.
An unlucky beachgoer was left writhing in sand and agony after his genitals were jabbed by a stingray's barbed tail.
You heard right.
The unnamed holidaymaker was enjoying a sunny day in the tropical city of Sanya, South China, when the freak accident occurred on Saturday. Footage from the beach shows the tourists winching in pain as a crowd, including police, gathers around to see and assess his injuries. Having just taken a dip in the sea, the man reportedly ran back onto the beach crying in pain after the stingray's barbed tail found its way into his swim shorts and hooked onto his genitals. The video shows him lying prone on the sand with a stingray, the exact type of which was not reported nearby.
It should be noted, we have a still picture of this. The dude literally had to bring the stingray out of the water with him because the barb had hooked through his junk. Mm-hmm. So he had enough presence of mind to realize the stingray's body weight would rip his penis off, basically.
A member of the fire service said he and a colleague did attempt to remove it. The fireman said, on the paramedics' advice, we cut off the barbs with our tools. The tourist is said to have been able to stand immediately afterward, but soon followed the paramedics to the hospital for a checkup. So let's put him down as, well, he's not here in the United States, but yes,
doesn't matter.
He went to the hospital.
I had a stingray hit my penis with a barb. I'm going to the doctor.
It's not clear if he was at risk of venom exposure, while the ray is thought to have died on the beach, obviously because it got its tail cut off. What was your concern about what was going on downstairs? 844-999-OLA.
There's one part about that story that bothers me. All right, and wow, there's a lot about the story that bothers me, but the way it's written, it says, the fire department, on the paramedics' advice, we cut off the barbs with our tools. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that was the advice of the guy that was laying face down on the beach who had a stingray hook stuck in his penis. I'm going to say he also gave that advice, like, guys, cut this off. I'm going to guess that was the advice of the policeman around, and every single witness that's standing there on the beach probably said, hey, look, man, we're not experts on this, but there's a stingray barb stuck in his penis, and the stingray's laying next. Cut it out. But thank God the paramedic suggested that.
What was your concern about what was going on downstairs? 844-999-OLA.
Hello, Aaron. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
All right, so I got a story for you guys. About 2.5 years ago, I was dating this girl, right? Getting it on all the time and all that fun stuff. And then I'm at work, right? And I'm going to go take a leak, and it's just the most intense pain I have ever experienced ever. Like, I started slamming my head into the tile and stuff, and I broke it. And I looked down, and there's, like, blood all over the urinal. I'm like, oh, my God, I'm turning into a woman. I am bleeding from my genitals. This is horrible, right? So I go to the doctor immediately afterwards. And
mark him down, Miles.
Oh, you go to the doctor.
He went to the doctor. He banged his head on tile hard enough to break it.
Penis, and I immediately sought medical assistance.
Good, good. Thank God.
This doctor is basically an idiot. He pretty much told me I had like mushrooms growing out of it. And I'm like, okay, that's weird. And he gives me this cream and it's not helping in any way, shape, or form. So I go again.
How long? How long? Like, how long did you use the cream and you're still in pain?
Like 2 days. And I'm like, no, this ain't working. I need more help. So I go again. They do a bunch of blood draws and stuff. And she gave me some like really weird STD, but like I got a version that's like from Asia. Like, I'm like the 14th person to have a case of it in America.
Oh, congratulations. Wow.
You're the 14th person in America.
Is your name on a plaque? You get a trophy.
Here's a certificate of authenticity.
What do you get out of that deal? I mean,
you have
you're number 14. That's awesome.
Asian mushrooms growing on your penis.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, what was really disturbing is when, like, the doctor found out what he was. He was like, all right, I got to go to my office and look in a textbook about this. I'm like, oh, my God, the doctor doesn't even know what to do.
So he's got to go to WebMD, too, just like the rest of us.
Basically, yeah, and I got, like, freaking 6 shots in the ass, and they gave me, like, 10 different freaking antibiotics.
Hey, man, let me ask you a question. When you got those shots, did your legs go numb?
No.
They did not?
No.
Okay, I'm glad they improved that drug.
Let me ask you this, man. Do you remember the name of your mushroom to penis monster thing you had?
Well, first of all, it wasn't mushrooms. Like I said, that first guy was like an idiot. That was the complete wrong diagnosis. Even the doctor said, yeah, I've never even heard of anything like that. But I guess she gave me some like really weird version of syphilis. I don't know. I'm not a medical expert. All I know is they said it's from Asia.
Let me ask you a question. Was she of Asian descent?
I thought she was. I thought she was Filipino, but that turns out she was Samoan. So I don't even know how it came about. But either way, I got rid of it, so that's a good thing. But I've also found a perfect technique for avoiding STDs, right?
Condoms?
One time, no, what you do, right?
Oh,
afterwards, you have to douse yourself in rubbing alcohol and light it on fire and whip it around so you don't burn. Chemically and with heat.
Good
and
idea.
I know it works because that was the only time I didn't do it and I got an STD.
Now you've invented the penis challenge. What was your concern about what was going on downstairs? 844-999-OLA.
I think that he said he was dating her. It was a great relationship. I don't know. I thought she was Filipino. Like, you never had a conversation about how like, she was actually
exactly. She wasn't from the Asian area. No, not even close.
I got Asian syphilis. One of 14 people. I don't remember what it's called, though.
Now, but I have to wear one of those surgical masks when I'm on public transportation.
But only on my penis.
What was your concern about what was going on downstairs? 844-999-OLA.
Hello, Chris. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola. What's your story, Chris?
All right. So about 3 months ago, out on a motorcycle ride, crashed said motorcycle, and 50-mile-an-hour impact with the penis into the steel gas tank.
Oh, into the gas tank.
Well, you said it was 3 weeks ago?
No, it was about 3 months ago.
Oh, 3 months ago.
What's the damage to you after one goes 50 miles an hour, penis first, into a gas tank?
Well, there's some interesting colors.
Okay.
You get blacks, purples, reds.
You get a green, right?
Yellows.
Yeah, you get a green, no?
Yeah, yellowish green. Yeah.
I say that's toward the end, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, now let me ask you a question. Did someone pull out in front of you?
No, there was a rock in the road.
Ooh. You just what?
Yeah.
You just laid it down?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
So I'm assuming you went to the doctor?
Correct.
All right. Yeah. Went to the doctor. All right.
Went to the and what does the doctor say? I mean, is it a fracture? Did you burst vessels? What is it?
It was actually considered a hematoma.
Ah, okay.
Ooh.
So how long does it take to heal?
The hematoma is still there.
All things considered, though, I mean, honest to God, you got an erect going 50 miles an hour. This is bad, but it's not as bad as it could.
He got
right?
an erect at 50 miles an hour.
Yeah. Definitely took it well.
Okay. All right.
But okay, so how long before your hematoma goes away? Like, does it hurt if you get an erection now? I assume you wake up every morning in pain?
No.
Okay. All right, now
the pain is now gone.
Okay.
There's obviously still that, and there's still some discoloration.
What color is your penis right now? I mean, like, we're 3 months later.
Purple.
Oh, it is. Right now it is. Dude,
Go Ravens!
Man, this is when you really need to take some D picks, man. Just to have them, and you can sit on them for a while.
These are the D picks to take, man.
Yeah, I'm dead serious, man. As it goes through all the different colors, and then when you want to mess with your friends, you can send them out later.
Yes.
I would, man.
Take advantage.
All right,
of
let me ask you this, because you just got a motorcycle wreck. Have you ever had the thought about, like, what would you do? Okay, so, like, I'm riding my scooter, and I've had many, many cars pull out in front of me. So my thought is, and Ted, I don't know if you've probably ever had this thought, but, I guess you haven't. If you're going to crash into someone, what are you thinking you're going to do? Like, what's your maneuver?
In the scoot?
Yeah.
Try to cross my leg through and throw it to the side.
Okay, you are. You going to throw the bike out?
Yeah.
You ever think about going over the top Superman style?
No.
I've thought about that. Just like jumping like, wow!
The problem is on a scooter, you would just hit their back bumper.
Oh, I know. You just go flying. I always think like, maybe I could just jump and then jump over the top of the car when it hits me.
See, you're that guy, if the elevator starts falling,
I'm going to jump on the bottom floor, then I'll just land fine.
Yeah. You do that, champ.
Dude, I definitely tried to jump a snowmobile once, and the front of it, like, you don't really think about it, but when you land, like, pegs you in the chest.
Oh, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How did that feel?
It was awful. Right. That was one of the most awful experices in my life.
You almost died
the whole snowmobiling trip.
Yeah, I almost died falling off a cliff. It was awful. I would never do it again. I'd have to
highly not recommend this. Right.
Yeah. Or you got to go on a tour where there's a guy taking you real slow.
Right.
But yeah, I was with a maniac, and we were just in like the back mountains
causing avalanches and stuff.
Yes.
I mean, the person you went with, I know who it is. Just in any experience you have with this particular individual, did anything go according to plan, or was any of it not scary?
I was so shook that when we got back to the house, like I couldn't even light like trying to light a bowl of weed, because I was like, I gotta calm down, and my hands are still just shaking. Like, I'm gonna die back here.
What was your concern about what was going on downstairs? 844-999-OLA.
Hello, Frost. Welcome to the men's room.
Liquor and whores.
Liquor and whores.
So, wow. I've been sitting here listening, and I remember everything, but the worst one that ever happened was I was in kindergarten. I'm 40 now, so this is like 35 years ago, and I still suffer from it. Out on the playground. It was in Spokane. It was raining. We had the old-fashioned monkey bars that everybody walked on, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm walking across the top, showing off for all the girls and everything. And one of them, told me to start, skipping across them. So here I am on the top trying to, jump and skip 2 and 3, and I slipped.
Oh.
I blacked out.
Oh.
That's probably a good thing, man.
I woke up in the nurse's office. With,
you went to the hospital.
Pack.
Good for you.
The school nurse, not the hospital.
Okay.
The school nurse. And I got this ice pack in my crotch and the most excruciating pain. They call my mom. My mom comes and gets me and takes me home and puts me on the couch with freaking frozen peas on my junk.
Do you think if you're a pea, all right, and you're going to be picked, you're going to be frozen, and you're going to be packaged, would it be more insulting to think, oh, man, and then someone's going to eat me? Or is it, oh, man, anyone that injures their penis or their testicles, I'm going to be draped across it?
I think it's worse to be on the testicles. Like if somebody said, hey, man, when you die, I'm going to eat you, or I'm going to use you to comfort my testicles.
Right,
I'm like, just eat me.
Right. Think about a lion, right? It'd be one thing.
So that's not even the worst part, though.
All right.
The worst part is we didn't have insurance, so my mom didn't take me to the hospital or a doctor or nothing. Just, you're going to be fine. Walk it off, kid. Right?
Spray it and play it.
I'm 13 years old. I'm starting to come into, different things. And
the sofa, pie.
I realized something ain't quite right down there. And
so it's taking you this long to finally. Now you're paying attention to this thing because you know what its other uses for.
Right.
It's no longer just a pee.
One side feels like a bunch of spaghetti noodles cooked in a Ziploc baggie.
Oh, that's pretty descriptive.
Well, it still feels like that.
Oh.
My daughter might take that to school for lunch. I'm going to let her know that's come to an end.
Buttered noodles.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I go to the doctor. I'm thinking something's wrong. And the doctor informs me that I had lost one of my boys in that accident. That pretty much when I fell, everything went bursting out the one side of it. So I've only got.
Who needs Weight Watchers? You've got the men's room.
So I only got one boy.
I mean, okay, well,
that's the story. My wife.
Why are you laughing?
You also have 40 years. You're also 40 years old. Did you have any children?
Yeah, I got 5 kids. I make beautiful babies.
Jesus Christ, man! At least one ball's working.
Thank God you only got one.
I know.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, I got super swimmers, man. Michael Phelps ain't got nothing on me. Like,
yeah, you do.
I'd have it's amazing, and that's not even like the only thing. Like most people have like one traumatic thing. No, I'm lucky. I've had so much stuff happen down there in my junk. I'm like, how do I still work?
You're right. You are lucky.
Yeah.
I've had so much trauma to my genitalia. Right. Unlike everyone else. Good God, man.
That's amazing.
And again, just kind of like the bag of peas, how insulting their life really is. Mm-hmm. Michael Phelps, look, man, you are one of the elite athletes all time, but inevitably we kind of compare you to our potency.
Yeah.
You're also compared to sperm.
You're the greatest swimmer
constantly.
We compare you to sperm, dude.
Sperm are the greatest swimmers.
Congratulations.
Ever. They really are. They're better than salmon.
All your gold medals, we think of you as sperm.
And, yes.
Yeah, why don't we go to salmon? They swim upriver. Phelps was in a pool.
Because fish and genitalia never works, dude. If you say, hey, baby, I brought my salmon sprayer.
And they're going there to lay eggs and have sex.
I'm going to lay some eggs in you.
What was your concern about what was going on downstairs? 844-999-OLA.
That is not good pillow talk.
Right.
Hey, girl.
You know I love you.
I'm going to hook you up with some fish eggs.
You know it's true.
It's like salmon swimming upstream.
I walk backwards down this hallway.
I'm here to fertilize your eggs.
Call me caviar.
There's nothing sexy about it.
Watch out for the bear.
Yeah. Extra robe.
Come a long way to fertilize you, baby. Hello, Morgan. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, bichola.
Hola.
So, for my story, I was not the one impacted directly by this, but back when I was in the military, I'm overseas in 2005, and we have contact. And, we're being fired upon and everything. And one of the guys that I'm working with catches a round high on his thigh. And, mind you, this guy is 230, 240 pounds, 6'2". He used to wrestle alligators before he came in the military.
Of course he did.
To give you an idea what kind of guy we're talking about.
Right.
We're under fire. This guy climbs up on top of the berm that I'm down behind of, and rips his pants open like Hulk Hogan and sticks his junk right in my face and asks me if it's still there. He's like, I can't look, man. Is it still there? It was. The round went through and through on his thigh.
Ooh.
Did not hit his junk, but
I tell you what, you got a lot of major arteries down there too, man. It just takes one.
But what I'm hearing in this story is it's better news for him than it is for you.
It's bad enough. It's bad enough that people are shooting at you, but now you've got a large grown man's penis in your face. Like the situation couldn't get worse. Like then a bird came out, pooped on your head.
Penis is like 2 inches from my eyeball.
Right.
He doesn't care. He's on top of the berm. We're being shot at, so that he can ask me if his junk is still there.
That's how important it is.
I get his angle. I'm saying it sucks that you had to be the guy.
I think any man gets his angle.
Right.
Is it there? Touch it so I can feel it.
There you go.
Oh, yes. It's been so long.
Give it life.
Thank you.
Give it life. Breathe life back.
It's alive. Oh, thank God.
For a minute, I thought it would shut off.
Yeah, man. You just like being shot at would be sucky.
Here's an odd one from
That's
the
a good point.
I mean, you're under fire.
He's in a combat zone, and the worst thing was seeing another dude's penis.
Well, he goes, the first thing he said,
I remember
first thing he said was, we got in contact. And I was like, oh, contact? What does that mean? Who did you get in contact with? And I was like, oh, God, that means you're being shot at.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it's military slang for that. And then I was like, this is a serious
contact,
thing.
yeah.
He's like, we got contact. I didn't realize that. I was like, all right, well. Yeah, not good.
Here's an interesting one. I never did this. And again, I don't know why when it comes to masturbation, so many different people seem to feel some need for a lubricant. You know what I mean? Like, to me,
depends, I guess.
my old dry, scaly hand works just fine. But I mean,
you're right, man. Some people really enjoy it.
I'm not saying you don't enjoy it, but like, look, to me, masturbation is like taking your car in to get service. Like, I just need to get this done. Sex is the thing. I mean, that's what you're after. So masturbation, like, it feels great, all that, but good God, I don't need to set the mood. I just need my hand, I need my penis, I need my imagination. Half time I don't need my imagination.
I need a candle. Some sweet music.
So this guy says, I was 12 years old. I used dish soap and water as a lubricant for a week or two. The skin of my genitals discolored and started shedding.
Oh, no.
No doc visit. Penis is all good.
Okay, no docs. Once again, no docs.
Again. You don't need all that, man.
Believe it or
at
not.
least he was a kid.
People going to the hospital is leading right now. People have been going to the hospital lately on these calls, which is good. Seeing the doctor.
That is very good, yes.
Thank goodness. Our question, what was your concern about what was going on downstairs? Still to come, Drunk in Charge, Ryan Castle will be in the Sit and Spin. And today he'll bring in rock's most repetitive songs of all time. Some more of your calls coming up next. You are listening to the Men's Room Radio Network.
We return to the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill.
Ryan Castle, Drunk in Charge, coming into Sit and Spin. He's got a good one for us today as Ryan brings in rock's most repetitive songs of all times. Songs that basically grab you and bring you in, and you know them well because they say pretty much the same thing over and over and over and over again. The formula has worked for years.
Over and over.
In pop music, we know that. Listen to country music. Listen to any kind of music where you like a song. There's basically, that hook's coming in a lot. And not only that, but you hear that song a whole lot of times. So, Castle's coming in with rock's most repetitive songs of all times. Our question today, what was your concern about what was going on downstairs? 844-999-OLA.
And if you're just tuning in, here's a fine example of what we've been getting today. That's one of the comments. It says, I broke my penis. Me and my girlfriend, we were going at it real hot and heavy. I slipped out and hit that spot, between the entrance and the exit. I'm cleaning that up a bit. It snapped like a carrot. Swelled up 3 times its size, much like the Grinch's heart when he discovered Christmas.
I just cleaned a bunch of carrots
for the
yesterday.
kids listening. I ended up going to the ER. The doctor had to slice my penis open to drain the blood.
Oh.
That from the aptly titled Kevin the Meat Man.
Oh, what's up, Kevin?
Yeah. Good time.
Man, I like splitting forget it. What was your concern about what was going on downstairs? 844-999-OLA.
Yeah. Hello, Lambo. Welcome to the Men's Room.
Hola.
Hola.
Hey, so I'll try to keep it short and sweet, guys. I got a question for you to start this off. Any of you guys ever had poison ivy before?
Yeah, well, I've had poison oak was the worst, but I had, poison ivy.
Yeah, as a little kid, sure, but not hard to reach place.
Poison sumac, it's all kind of the same thing as far as the way it affects your skin and whatnot. I was in high school. I used to be an ROTC kid, and they were at the end of the year throwing this picnic party out in the city park. And my girlfriend and I both showed up. We were having fun, socializing and chatting and whatnot. Got a little close, a little flirty. Decided to go take a walk and have some alone time, I guess you could say. And didn't realize at the time until probably a couple of days later that, and no, to answer your question, I didn't go to the doctor. I had to go to my mom.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, good old mom. How did you, but you didn't tell her the truth. You came up with a story.
Oh, no, I had no choice.
So you told your mom you were having sex in the woods and got poison ivy?
Man, at that point, you know, like, I'm going to be dead honest.
Playing hide and seek or like, you know what I mean?
No, I told the way it basically broke down was I had to explain to my mom why I was walking funny in the house. She asked what happened. She asked what was going on. I was like, Mom, look, I'm active and I'm in serious need of some calamine lotion or some type of ointment or something like that. I had to wear loose fitting shorts for probably about a week and a half until it started clearing up.
You know, most parents have to have the conversation with the kids to warn them about STDs. And in your case, like, this is what an STD feels like. But the good news is it's just poison ivy.
Absolutely.
I was probably 10, 11 years old. We used to have a rope swing by the lake, and I want to say that the people who lived next to the lake, they did one of those typical things like, we don't want the kids swimming next to our property. So they cut our rope swing. Which sucked because it was a nice hole, you know what I mean? It was a great place to swim, and it was too loud, whatever. They were those people. So it was our goal to go find another place where we could, put up a rope swing, install one, whatever. So we do find this cliff. We find a deep area where we can have a rope swing, and lo and behold, look up there, man. There is already this huge ass vine, and it's hanging, And no one's going to have to shimmy the tree. No one's going to have, because that, man, that's right. We had one buddy who could do that. We had one guy who could climb a tree, was brave enough.
He was the guy who climbed like 40 feet, right?
To get out on a limb, and seriously, he'd tie it off, and we were ready to go. We had the swing, we had everything, we had everything ready. Oh, God.
Sorry.
But no, there was this big vine. And we figured we'll use the big vine. And we didn't even know what poison oak was. We knew what 3 leaves were for poison ivy.
Sure.
We had no idea what poison. We didn't know it was a vine. We cleared it all off, and there was 3 of us, and we just swung on it, and then we started getting itchy like a half an hour in, man. And it had to be 3 weeks. I mean, it had to be 3 weeks of calamine lotion doesn't work. Oatmeal baths, saline, like salt baths.
God damn.
And it was all of us. We were all. It's the middle of the summer. So, I mean, the worst possible time, we're not in school. Like, this would have been so much better if we just could have.
You can miss school.
Yeah, I mean,
Any
I would have been happy
good.
to be home and itching my ass. But it was all on the inside of our thighs. Anywhere where you can imagine gripping onto a rope. The front of your chest.
It's everywhere I don't want.
It's on your hands. Yeah. It was miserable. What was your concern about what was going on downstairs? 84999-OLA. Still to come, Ryan Castle, drunk in charge of being to sit and spin. We get Rock's most repetitive songs of all times. That's coming up here in minutes.
Hola! The shenanigans continue on the Men's Room Radio Network.